achieve it. You knew that if this time-space reality could inspire the desire within you, this time-space reality could deliver the goods in their full manifested form. You knew that. Mm-hmm. Are you enjoying this conversation of how thoughts turn to things? How thoughts turn to things? Because if you get this, as you are getting it, all things become possible for you. Most people never allow themselves to create things they really want unless lots of others have already created it and it looks really easy. In other words, don't let your belief about it be based upon how many others are doing it. Let your belief about it be based upon how much airtime you give it and how familiar you become with it and how easy it is for you to think the thought because you've got enough momentum going about that thought. You could pick the wildest things and practice the thought until they feel normal, and it will manifest in your life, and other people go, whoa, how did you do that? No one's ever done that. And you say, what's that got to do with anything? What I create doesn't have to do with anything. I'm not regurgitating. I'm creating. I am a creator. I am a perceiver of the new. I'm taking thought and experience beyond that which it has ever been before. I'm determined to be in the middle of a relationship with someone who I adore and not trample her toes of freedom, to allow her to be and do and have everything that she wants while I enhance her experience by the clarity of mind. That's what I'm planning on doing. I'm going to have a unique relationship. My relationship's not going to be based upon the bondage that I need to apply to you. You know, if you do that, I feel insecure, so please don't do any of that. In fact, I've been searching the whole world for someone who would behave just in the way I need them to behave so that I can feel good. And I think you're it. You're close to it, but you've got to work really hard to please me. Just running, screaming into the woods. I wasn't born to please you. I innately know that I must be pleased. I must be pleased, you see. So how do you teach someone else to be pleased? By you being pleased. Not by changing conditions that bring pleasure, by finding pleasure that bring conditions. That's deliberate creating, you see.
So, I mean, it's really like, wow, it's a very strange day that you start talking about really intimate details in front of hundreds of people. So, I mean, she's kind of expressed that she likes this idea of an open relationship, and as of right now, I really don't particularly care for that idea, but I would be willing to talk about the idea if I was to get...
Well, let's get general about it.
I want to be satisfied.
Let's get general about it. Let's get general about it, because if you don't want an open relationship, and we're going to come back around to that in how everybody can get what they want. The reason that you don't want an open relationship is because you feel guarded. The reason that she does want an open relationship is because she feels trapped. In other words, it's all about freedom, isn't it?
Well, I mean, yes. Like in my mind, I'm really flexible. Like sometimes I don't feel like she's even willing to have the conversation. I think she would like to have the conversation because of what I would say.
But she can't have the conversation when you feel she's not willing to.
I'm sorry. I know that's really simple language, but can you say that again?
She cannot have the conversation with you when you feel like she's not willing, because your feeling like she's not willing puts your perceiving in a way that makes you perceive that she's not willing, whether she is or not.
Right.
And even though you might be right, she might not be willing, your perceiving that she's not willing prevents her from ever finding that sweet spot where she can be willing.
Right.
So you have to perceive her as willing, even if she's not. That's what unconditional perceiving of willingness is.
Right. I mean, in some degree, I'm a little bit startled, confused, scared, because what I know is that I want to have the feelings for either her or for somebody like that, and for them to feel that way about me, and then we'll talk. But I want to feel, that...
Well, a while ago, we accomplished that.
Yes, we did.
But you've sort
I'm
of...
at that confused spot again.
It's all right, because that's what focusing on that spot does. We were focused in a place that wasn't introducing the resistance to the equation. Now you're focused in more specifics that are introducing the resistance back into the equation. So now you feel confused where before you felt clear. And it feels like, we know, it feels this way to so many of you. It feels like you need the condition to morph so that you can observe it. It's sort of, we're going to demonstrate something here for you because we want you to get over this. But this is the way that most of you would like it to be. all right, Abraham, I'll do your process. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do the process and I will achieve the vibration. I'll do the process and I will achieve the vibration, because I know it's already created. So I will prepare myself to receive the inspiration. I will prepare myself to perceive, to catch glimpses of what I want. I'll prepare myself to do that. So I do that and I catch a glimpse and I like it. So I keep doing it. I catch another glimpse and I like that too. And then I forget and I get lazy and I return to old habits of thought, and now I'm not catching any glimpses. And so now I'm trying harder, but I'm working against myself, because I'm putting effort into this. And anytime I'm putting effort into something, what it means is I know I'm not there and I got to do something to get there. But my emphasis, my attention is upon where I'm not rather than where I am. So this is the way most of you would like it to be. You want to do a process and see some results. Yay. Then you want to do a process and see some results. Yay. And then you want to do a process and see some results. Yay. But what happens in that is you teach yourself a flawed premise. You teach yourself that you are doing the process in order to get to this yay. That's not why you're doing the process. You're doing the process for the ease you felt, for the clarity that you felt. So, because the reason that you want to get over there is because you think when you get over there, you're going to feel so much better. So if you're doing it for the feeling, and so years ago we were using the words don't take score. Don't take score. If you don't take score, then you'll get further down the road vibrationally and you'll get more momentum going. You heard us talk about momentum? Momentum and law of attraction are equal words. And whatever it is that you're focused upon is gaining momentum. Sometimes you're allowing yourself to go with the momentum of your true desire, and sometimes you're working in opposition with it, and you can tell by the way you feel. In the moment that your conversation with anyone, Abraham or yourself or anyone else, turns from I'm feeling fun and clarity and enlivened to I'm feeling confused and some of those words that you used just now, it's the time to stop the conversation and stop the focus. It's the time, because everything you do from that point forward is counterproductive. You can never get to the bottom of a problem. A problem is a bottomless pit. You will never get to the bottom of it. You never will. But while you're poking at the problem, a solution is growing at the same time. But the problem and the solution are different frequencies, even though they're growing at the same time. Because when you know what you don't want, you know what you do want. And at that vibrational level, you're creating what you do want. So you've already created this relationship that you have so eloquently described to us. You've created it. The question is, how often are you in the vibrational vicinity of it? And we think you were looking for the evidence of it, for the yay of it, a little too soon. And so what you just, and the nice thing is, in what happened is you launched a stronger rocket about something that is very specific. And it is our expectation that you will easily accomplish the very specifics that you're reaching for. But we want to loudly and bluntly say to you, you can't get there from there. You can't get there from there. You can't. So you say, well, what I want is over there and I'm over here, and we say you can't get there from there. But what you can do is feel good here, and what's over there will come over here where you are. There comes here. What you want comes here. You are attracting by accomplishing how you want to feel. Can we make it clear? We will if you want.
I'm glad that I can get the recordings, of this stuff, because it's really nice to listen to again and again. So, I mean, it's really...
This is going on a bit long. Everyone is appreciating the detail of this conversation, because you are evoking from us leading-edge conversation that we have not expressed so clearly before. And everyone who has anything that they are feeling a little bit of stubbornness in the accomplishment of has benefited by this conversation. So what we would like to do now, we would like you, from where you now stand, Do you feel more clear about the law of attraction?
Yes.
Do you feel more secure in your point of attraction?
Yes.
Do you accept yourself as the realizer of anything that you want?
Yes.
Do you enjoy the sifting and the sorting through the data in order to identify the reality of what you want?
More and more.
Do you get it that you're never going to stop amending the details of what you want?
Yes.
Do you realize that you are a continual work in progress, so to speak, in that your point of attraction keeps shifting all day, every day?
Yes.
Do you accept that your point of attraction in your vortex is expanding constantly?
Yes.
Can you feel that you're upon a powerful roll of expansion?
Yes.
Can you feel the momentum that your inner being feels about the details that you are willing to focus upon and all the questions that you are asking? Can you feel how big that expansion has become? Do you want, over the next days, weeks, months, is it your desire to continue the expansion, or do you want to take some time for you to catch up with the expansion that's already occurred? The expansion will never stop, but where do you want to put the emphasis? Do you want to collect the data and launch more rockets, or are you at the point where you want to focus on closing that gap?
Closing the gap.
Do you understand that your emotions are the key to that?
I do.
And do you understand that the more general your statement is, the less resistance there is? Do you understand that when you sleep, all momentum subsides? And that when you awaken, you can start it anywhere you want to?
Yes.
The rhetoric that you enjoy is not your friend. For this reason, the words which are so thought-provoking don't always have the vibrational accuracy to match your desire. So if we were standing in your physical shoes, we would say, I love my rhetoric that is inspired from my alignment.
That is definitely, I've noticed that thought, that awareness has arisen within my mind. It's
because you are a really good articulator, whether you're in the vortex or out of it, whether you're going with the flow of who you are or whether you are not. In other words, there's a certain momentum that being good with words has helped you to accomplish. Esther said the other day, because she is suddenly aware, she's got several projects going with several different people in several different places, and so communication is really an important thing. And she has said to herself many times recently, I am going to give up trying to get anybody to understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm trying so hard to get them to get me that I'm losing me in the process of trying to get them to get me. And that's really what we want to say to you. Don't work so hard to explain your way to others so that they get you. They're either going to get you or they're not going to get you, but it's not going to have anything to do with the words that you offer. It's going to have to do with the way you feel about you. In other words, do you get you? Do you know that you are the creator of your own experience? Do you expect to get what you want? Do you expect the cooperative components to surround you? Do you expect things to just unfold naturally for you? Do you expect the clarity to come in the moment when you want it? Do you expect the perfect words to roll off your tongue right at the right moment? Do you expect constant rendezvous to surprise and delight you and fulfill you and sustain you? Do you expect those all day long? That's what you came to experience, you see. And we've had more conversation than you really want to have about the gap. Really good. You feel done for now?
I had about 10 questions in my head, and I thought in my head, like the last time or every time I'm in the chair, I feel like you're talking to me and like I'm asking questions and you're actually talking to me, but in these other places you're talking to me, and I'm just like, that's really you talking to me there, isn't it?
We got you from every direction, upside and downside.
Thank you.
Enough?